March 1948, they officially changed the name to Bookmark. Originally, it was really a religious bookstore. Even when they were selling already all the imported books, there always estante, no? A display with all the religious items. They started bringing in stuff from the United States mainly, from Penguin and Doubleday and Random House. And my father used to go there and literally go to each office, and they would get the lists and then look what books and choose, and then they would order and have it shipped. One of the first branches outside of Manila was the Makati branch on Ayala Arcade. The manager of that was Tessie Abalahin. Growing up, we would really go, and a lot of people, they would just leave their children and do their stuff. Their parents would go to the supermarket, or right in the other side was one of the first, actually the second, SM's, Shoe Mart. With a uniform for a long time, even until we had the branches. The women have to be well-dressed, matching shoes with bag, with their hair up. They all spoke Spanish. You had to know how to converse. They would require all the sales personnel to read one book a month, because you had to be able to sell the book and tell people what's in the book and if it's a good book. A lot of places, they don't like to get relatives, usually. But if you look through all the personnel, you'll see a nephew or a son. We don't do endo. My father never liked that. No, I think that was what saved us from a lot of personnel problems. If we decide to hire you after 6 months, we have to hire you. If you don't, you should let go of the person. They really emphasized customer service. They would not eat here. They would stay until, it's really service. It's always been. As you see with books, they have what you call an ISBN number. So it's an internationally accepted number. If you gave us a title with an author and it's printed in the Philippines, we could find it. If you wanted it, we would find it for you. That was part of the service. That was really the extra thing. Many of our independent distributors, they all used to work for Bookmark. So they carry it on. So if I go to X school and I deliver, supposing 100 books, and they only ask, please, there are additional orders. Even up to one book, you will go back and go back for one book. We're, I think, the only ones who do that. Before credit cards kasi, you wouldn't even have to apply. Basta we know you, and then, of course, checks. Then we would accept your checks. Or you could take it, and then parang you have a charge account na lang. Before credit cards thing, we would have lista. Because we know naman, these are all personal. That's why they're really relationships, no? Going to a bookstore was really part of how we grew up. Even when we would travel, say, go to the bookstore. Papa would say, anything, yung if you go out, basta books, okay. No matter how, go buy a book. You have to encourage. It was more, to see how they would do things. By the time I joined Bookmark, it's really strange because the reason I don't remember so well is because I literally grew up with the thing. So you always ask me, what exact date? And I have to always check, where is the exact date? Because I've always somehow, even if I was not an employee of Bookmark, always been around, attended launches. Contrary to what people think, we have something like 200 stockholders or more. They've always been. In fact, several are employees. My father encouraged the employees to buy shares. It's like you develop ownership also. And since we gave regular dividends, maybe not huge ones, but this is all part of it. Even if it's one share, even if it's not the amount, but it's that that they were part of it. I think with any company, not just in publishing, you must be open to change. And it should be change for the better. You have to evolve. If not, you will really be left behind. We have been asked actually why we don't go into ebooks, for example. No, and as you know, my sister has a PhD in computer science. No? So we've always been asking from day one, can we do this safely? No, and to protect the rights of the writers and the authors, right, and the illustrators. And she said no, because they can still steal it. If we can sell it actually via without with full complacency that it will not be stolen, imagine I don't have to spend printing. But if I make a mistake and we sell this by you could lose the whole thing in 1 second. We are not against technology, you know, by studying also what's happening. Not only did we revive like our website, and it's all in-house. People here knew, the younger generation actually know how to set up websites and stuff, and then are more familiar with Facebook and Instagram and stuff. We are not part of all social media. It's only some, but we caution the ones who handle it, especially in marketing and editorial, to be prudent in what they post, because they have a responsibility to the company also and to our stockholders. There was a book we have now, even if it's in print. When you open, it states links or websites or QRS codes. So yes, it's in print, but see, you can also use this. So if you want to watch videos on this, you just use your cell phone, then you have access to. It's not one kind. We're not, we come in different shapes and forms in the way we speak, whether it's in Filipino or English well, if this was a film, I'd say it's a telenovela. So many drama, never a dull moment. There's always a challenge, but they have to accept that. Even the staff here, there are always problems, there are always challenges, and it's how you face it, or we just brush it off, and then you have to focus on what's important. We need to teach the real Filipino value, I think, in all our books, whether it's text or trade or whatever. I think it's important that we continue telling stories that need to be told, and we need to tell the truth.